Okay, it started now.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this not so official podcast because we're not entirely sure what the name of it is, but I think it's Project Zaos Extras. So why don't we introduce the gang? I know no one cares, but still, you know what? We're gonna do it anyway. Anyway, 3 on 3. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Once I count down.
Why would we all call our names out at 3? It sounds like a jumbled mess, and no one understands who we are.
Okay,
Logic.
3,
that's true.
Necessary.
1. I'm Dondo. What's the rest of you?
I'm JustNick.
Luciana.
I'm Zapparin. You can tell we're not organized.
This is the worst idea we've ever had.
We made this an improv podcast, so nothing.
There will be no editing.
Nothing is.
No, dang it!
I kind of lied to you guys when I said I had editing software. It's literally, it's just a download for it, but it appears that I have.
I have editing software.
No, you don't. Be quiet. This is gonna be.
I had to pay monthly for it.
Oh,
We're the 3 authors of Chronicles of Zaos, plus the music guy.
Wasn't it the Records
Yes.
of Zaos?
The Records of Zaos.
Can't even remember the name.
Forgetting our own title. It's
He
been
hasn't
like
read the
3 or
book.
4
He's
years that
murderer.
we've been doing this.
We forget the title a
He's
lot,
offering
just so
his
you know.
advice.
Well, I forget the title a lot. I can get confused. Either it's the project or the records or the chronicles. I'm not entirely sure which one.
All right, let's set the record straight. Okay, this is Project Zaos, home of the Records of Zaos, Rift Between Worlds,
And a story for another time.
and Streaks of Alican, and
What's yours called again?
you know that's a great question. Let me try to remember.
It's
It's
Trials of Succession.
that
That's
was
what it is.
Yes, I'm writing that one.
All of these names mean absolutely nothing
To anyone that's
Yes.
listening.
until you understand what they mean.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're not gonna
Such
talk
is
about
life.
that right now. We're just trying to figure out what we're actually doing here. Isn't that right, gentlemen?
Yes.
What he said.
A comment.
So I think we had a couple. No, that's gonna be fun.
Entirely possible.
Can you finish your essay and actually join in?
Can you finish your thought and finish what you were going to say so that we
I
understand
finished my
what you mean?
50% essay that I'm literally just starting now. Let's do tomorrow morning.
Why are you just starting it now?
Because he
This
goes
is
to
like
college.
terrible foresight.
Okay, listen. I have to be doing the rough draft for
You know what,
my
it's
essay
fine.
that's due tomorrow. I'll just. It's only 7:30. I can do it.
Why are we recording this right now? We could be doing
It's
this tomorrow
a great time.
when everyone is free.
I can't do
from
this tomorrow
this?
because I want to play Borderlands tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
It's a great time to be alive, okay?
This is the
Maybe.
most poorly timed thing we have ever attempted to do.
So poor.
And I am very much including all of the other things we have ever done.
It's been so bad.
Hey,
You can tell that we're organized and that we're ready to do everything, and we're totally not underage teenagers doing angsty things in the middle of the night.
Jokes
Who you
on
call
I'm legal.
underage?
oh,
Yeah, jokes on you, buddy. I'm legal.
Josh, you're the only one still in high school.
Shut up. I mean, this is true, but oh wait, I am. I forgot.
Two of us
6 years
The
of
two of us
age.
are in college, and one of us is unemployed. Smithcules.
Look, I was gonna be in college, but student loans are down. And you know what? So is a lot of our economy. But let's not get into that kind of discussion because that
Save
is
that
a
for
polarizing issue.
Save that for episode 50.
Episode 50.
But by the time we have dedicated fans,
Then we'll talk.
they'll understand that there is a diversity of opinions amongst those who are within the podcast. That is just a fact of life.
Dondo and I are like political
There are a
opposites.
lot of facts
very
we have
much
to
so.
go through on this.
But we can get along, and if we can get along, then that means the rest of the country should either take our example or,
I'm ready for Civil
You know.
War.
oh gosh.
No,
We're not doing this right now!
Civil War
We're
2.
not. We're not
Electric
starting.
Boogaloo.
We're not starting that conversation.
Evolution!
See, he's with me, and he's gonna be the one fighting against me. Why aren't you guys so on board? Come on.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Come on. If Pierre is with me, he's the one that's gonna be on the opposite side. Why are you guys so against this?
I'm so sorry that I'm an advocate for people working together.
This is
I'm an advocate for people working together.
I'm an advocate.
As long
It's
as they think it's
productive,
awesome.
is what it is.
Oh my god.
What about you, Zapperin?
What I have no say in this, and I'm not going to say. So I
Can't
have
be
no.
drafted yet.
That's
I
one
don't
way to get more people to like you. Don't voice your opinion.
I'm not objecting, but I'm not agreeing either.
Oh,
No
Hey,
stance.
he's a pacifist who agrees with the stronger
Yes.
force.
Yeah,
Fifth.
thanks,
I'm going
Canada.
back-
Now, on to the next topic.
What the heck? Leave Canada out of this.
Canada's great. I love Canada.
These are internal issues. We can let Justin Trudeau figure out all his things up there. We're fine.
Wow.
So
We
far-
have more important matters to deal with.
Yeah, what are we gonna talk about for this? Because we can't actually do Zaos right now. That's not
People
ready.
don't
Why
even
not?
know what a Zaos is.
Exactly. That's
So-
why it's not ready yet.
Why don't we tell?
Here's the basics. All you need to know without spoiling anything for anything.
We want to make a.
It's a
series.
book about two
Yeah.
No, the
worlds
book!
paralleled together.
People don't read those anymore.
No, read this book.
They
are you
listen
doing?
to books and they watch
People
books.
Read books. What are books?
I can't swipe this book.
It's like an article but made of paper.
I can't write this.
Bunch of words.
It's less interactive but more
How do I
thought
back-
processed is kind of like the idea there.
I think it's more
How do I-
interactive.
I mean,
How do
like, there's a lot of things you can do on the internet, like clicking around and stuff, but like, you can physically tamper with a book, whereas you can digitally tamper with all the things on the internet. It's there's a lot of things to be said for both sides.
Come on, Smithy. I think that we have
Different
smart things to
mediums
do here.
require different methods,
Yep. And
different
right-
ways of thinking.
And right now,
There
this
you go.
medium is an audio podcast with which we should be introducing ourselves, don't you think? Let's
That's
have some-
probably the thing we should have started
Let's
with,
have some
but you know what?
conversation.
We should Okay, listen. We should introduce ourselves, and then how about this? Why don't you guys tell the origin of how you guys had the idea for Zaos
That's all.
without
Can
spoiling
I-
anything?
Oh,
Can I start first, just because mine is probably the easiest?
Yeah, yours is the easiest. You start first.
Okay.
Garner
Sure,
up some
why not?
confusion.
I'll go last, because we can agree that
No.
I am not the best at conveying stuff with words.
Zapper
Unless
is
it's
going
like
last.
one.
Zapper
one to
is
one.
going last. You have to go in the
Why?
middle.
Because
Go
you
third
got-
then.
You were the most recent to get dragged into this, Josh.
Yeah.
That's why.
This is true.
Technically-
Okay.
Okay.
Technically, it started with me contacting Eric,
Well,
and then
you and I,
I thought it was my turn.
you and I, just real. We had to edit it out. Oh, freaking well.
It's all right.
I've said Josh 3 times now.
I'll just
That's
bleep
the
it
third
out.
time.
You know what? These nickname things are stupid anyway.
That's fair. But hey, well.
Dondo.
Dondo,
Dondo.
you and I, we both came up with the idea to write a book
Are we gonna do the original one from middle school?
around the same time,
Okay, so let's see.
and then we're like, hey, let's write
Can
a book
I introduce
together.
myself so that we can get on to like
start
your
getting
own
ready here.
personal stories here? Because I
Right.
feel like I'm getting trampled over
Let's
verbally.
Yeah.
Let's start with
Okay.
Smitty here.
Tell the past.
Hi. I'm Nick. I'm a nerd fighter. I've got a lot of nuanced opinions about basically everything. I'm a walking encyclopedia. I'm always too warm in every environment. I like to make a lot of puns, and I come up with a lot of exposition for stuff. And I'm a stickler on grammatical and punctuational kinds of things. And especially the fluidity of the English language for me to say punctuational. Because that isn't technically a word, but it is in this context, because I want it to be. There you go. I was brought in to this story because these two other guys over here, not the Zapper and Josh over there, they were like, we need some help, and you seem like you're good at editing. And I was like, okay. And then I got too invested.
Whoa.
So here I
A little
am,
bit
having a
invested.
great time with myself.
Yep.
Alright,
That is the short of it.
who's next?
Also, you're gonna have to cut this out, Dondo. Smithy, you
Clap
said
so
my
I know.
name. Smithy, you said my name. My real
Yeah.
name.
That was
Times.
I did.
I'll bleep it over with the one.
Don't say last name. Just don't say last name.
Yeah, last name stay.
All right, fine.
Which brings
last.
me to another question. Do we know each other's last names?
I don't. I don't know my last name.
I've literally put mine in several of my
I call you
things I've ever done.
exclusively by your last name, Smithy.
You do,
Yeah.
and
Well,
you
you're
even
kind of
add on an
true.
extra. You know,
Yeah, Smithcules.
you add on extra things on the end just for fun.
It is quite
because it's
It's-
amazing.
It's quite a basic name. It's just Nick Smith.
It's just so easy.
Yeah.
Get doxxed.
The most cliche
Anyway.
names in history.
Except John
Oh.
Smith. We should call him John
Nah,
from now on.
we don't talk about him unless there's a John Smith in the audience. In which case, you can go ahead and comment.
His
that
name
down
is
there.
John Wick. Thank you very much.
We are not bringing up
Right.
Keanu Reeves. We're still on the topic of our book. Let us continue.
All right,
Introducing
okay, who's
ourselves.
next?
You are. We're
Who's
gonna go
next?
up from the list on,
Who is
on
next?
Discord.
Who's next?
You are.
Ooh.
Josh.
Who, me? I'm next?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
apparently.
Well,
We're going up
Apparently,
from the list on
okay.
Discord, so it starts with Smith, then to Josh, then to the other Nick, and then to me.
Lovely.
all right. Let's do that. Okay. Well, hello. I am Josh. I am Joshua. I'm also a nerd fighter, like Nick. Smithy, whatever his name is. I'm confused at this point.
Since when?
Shut up.
Okay.
How do I describe myself? I don't even know how to describe myself.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
You're energetic. You're spontaneous.
Yes, I'm spontaneous. A year ago, I was sleep deprived a lot, but that's a story for another time.
Do not put
Hey!
plugs for my book. We haven't even gotten there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet. I'm also a nerd fighter. I love, practically a lot of sci-fi and stuff. I love Star Wars. I love Lego. I love a lot of things. There are a lot of things that I love. Horror, all those spanning things of whatnot, and yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't remember how I got involved in this project. I don't remember how.
I had asked you to do a collab with me for music because I knew you loved music and you had a lot of free time on
That's
your
how.
hands.
Right.
Huh?
I
Right.
So knew
Nothing,
you did artwork?
Music man and art.
Yeah.
I also knew you did artwork, and so
Yes, I am not only
Kinda.
the music man, but I am also the artwork guy, partially. Mostly
partially,
music.
yeah. I've had a lot of different sources for the art.
And I've gotten
I'm mostly
drawing.
music man.
Okay.
And on to you, Nicholas.
I think I
Yeah.
forgot something.
We'll get back to you.
It's all right. We can go
Okay.
back to it.
Yeah. Just come around to me last again. I'll be right
No, you go ahead right now.
Okay, I have an obsessive love and habit for rocks and minerals.
Oh yeah, that was
That-
that's a major one.
Go take a look at my rock of the weeks. You can follow me on Instagram at Nick the Nerdtastic Smith,
Yep.
The official
spelt exactly as sounded.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
Okay.
the one
Here,
here who has
Luciana.
shared social media, so find me.
Hey, I have social media too. I just don't have anything in regards to any information.
You have a very clean slate on social media. There's like nothing on your profile on either of them.
He's a bot, really.
Hey, you weren't supposed to tell people about my bot heritage.
Ugh.
Well, tell him yourself. That's what this is for.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Hola, I'm Fire Luciana. I was actually making a book before I was asked to collab on this whole series with Israel. Dondo, whichever. Yeah, it's that guy.
Just call him Lord and
And like we used to write
No.
with each other about stories in middle school through text. And I had one of those little phones where you had to press the button like 3 times to get a letter,
Oh.
and there was a maximum word count.
Oh boy.
Things
And I
were
did this for
dreadful.
hours.
Those things were dreadful.
I had a slide keyboard on mine.
Never
So
had
did
this
I.
problem.
He
Slide
was lucky.
keyboard. Nick, you got your phone like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that
You
is
don't-
true.
This.
I had a tablet before then.
Anyway,
Yeah, but that's a tablet, not a phone.
Yeah.
Each one kept breaking for different reasons.
anyways,
Too
so like I wrote pretty decent stories, you know, they were short stories, admittedly. But Dondo over there, oh my goodness. It's
You watch a gosh darn
modern
heckin'
art,
language.
okay? It's not like the good modern art, it's like the bad modern art.
Yeah, so modern art in general.
Oh my gosh.
It was horrible.
Yes, polarize our audience,
And-
why don't you?
I have
And
whether you like me or not does not matter.
I am
yeah.
more accepting of modern art, except for I've seen some pretty bad modern art. So
Everybody's only seen the bad ones for the most part, which is why everybody thinks it sucks.
yeah.
Ooh, that hurts.
Again, I'm just gonna voice I'm more nuanced than that.
I'm pretty
Anyways, what was I talking? Right,
All right.
maybe.
You.
Yes, yourself.
Dondo, your turn, I think.
No, it's still
No, it's his.
Oh, is it? Is
Oh.
this still? Oh, okay, my bad.
Yes, it's still me apparently.
Apparently.
So I've done like a little bit of like everything you can do. Acting, art, lots of volunteer stuff, music, photography, coding, video games, sports, and yeah, I've done a bunch of things. Not the best at any one thing though. But I'm kind of a jack of all trades, I guess.
Ooh.
We're actually
Oh.
nicks of all trades, but I'll let this slide.
Yeah. I'm
Stop it!
You know I can't, right?
It's quite
I
late
know, but it's
in his
self-
DNA.
1 bloody second.
Anyways, I'm also currently doing racing, so I have to do all of this with college and the book, and I have to also make and race go-karts. So
You never told me about that. Is that new?
yes, and I was going to discuss it to you after the introduction. So
Oh, cool. Stay on topic.
We have good content!
We have
see,
content.
I do wait.
That's what creators want.
Speak to tell everyone things, but I am able to bring people together as well as freaking drive a wedge between them if I can.
You haven't been able to do that so far. Don't think so highly
Oh,
of yourself.
that's of you with the baskets, okay? I'm making progress. I'm making progress. Give me another century.
Another 2.
We won't live to see that!
That's what you think. Science is
Well, with the advancement of graphene technology, let me tell you.
Science is
Nick,
making great strides.
Not yet. We'll
Right,
get to your graphene later.
I love graphene.
So do I.
now,
Too
so
bad. We'll get to it later.
I do a lot of stuff with light, so I guess that's what I like to do with artwork and themes, I guess. Your turn, Dondo.
Oh, okay. What are we talking about again? Just me?
Intro,
Yes.
book.
Introduce
your
yourself.
How'd you get here? What are you interested in? Who the heck are you?
I'm Jezreel. Call me Dondo. That's what these guys call me.
Oh.
Currently playing Tetris.
You couldn't get more general than, oh yeah, I play Tetris.
On the Game Boy Advance. But, about...
Oh yeah, there we go. That's some good detail.
There
This
we
is
go.
the guy with the best
That
computer
made
that
it
we
better.
got.
That made it better.
I'm the computer guy.
This is the guy with the best computer.
Yeah, I'm the computer guy, to say the least. Built it myself. Not much else is around.
Hey.
I guess I did some sports, quote unquote, back in the day, but not anymore really. Cause that...
You karate?
No,
Or something?
I can't do that anymore. I need to get the surgery first.
You know what's really fun? Acapella choir. You got to get on top of that.
I can't sing, but I played saxophone. I'll get back into
You could
that.
go watch some acapella choir.
Nick, stop interrupting the man and let him finish.
Yes, I'm the only one
There's
that's
a man.
illegal to interrupt, okay?
Yes. He can make it legal to interrupt, but no one else.
I just realized it probably sounds like I'm trying hard to be the one that gets hated by everyone. I'm gonna keep it that way.
That sounds like your
No,
natural
no.
personality.
Does that make it better? I think it does.
Ooh.
Alright, now I have an excuse. That's my natural personality.
You're welcome.
Yep, alright, thanks.
Want me to turn this into an interview to make it easier on you?
That would be nice.
How did you get involved with the project?
I started it.
All right, good talk.
Oh, hold on.
I was the,
Go on.
I was the originator.
What roles do you play in all of this madness?
One of the main writers, as well as coordinator for most things. I take care of all, and I mean all, of the technological aspects.
Not completely, but I definitely do run it by you. Just to double check.
I am the most knowledgeable when it comes to anything that involves buttons.
Yeah, sure.
This is true.
This is true.
Did barely computer, you know.
Several.
This is true.
It's also true these two like to bicker with each other a lot, so that's just going to be something you have to look out for. It's going to happen.
That's because we're like very.
They still love
diverse
each
in our
other very
opinions.
nicely. It's
Honestly,
okay.
Oh, yes.
We've known each other since middle school. I'm surprised we haven't killed each other yet. So very, very different.
It's because I live up here, and you never want to come to this state again.
Never again. But I'm gonna do it. I'm thinking spring break, you know, when I get my
While
arm
at the
back.
same time, you hate the state you're currently in.
Oh yeah. there's no good
Yeah,
reasons.
that's because I have allergies
The only
for
state he wants to
everything
live in is denial.
Oh, can I say a little bit more about myself? Because I realized there were some things I skipped over.
Yeah, you skipped over a lot. Go for
I
it.
did!
Why not? Just take
It's
my
only
turn.
now occurring to me.
I skipped over a lot too, but you know what? Like, this is
It's only
supposed to be
three things that I
summarized
have to-
anyway.
It's only
Hey,
three things.
Let Dondo finish, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him finish, and then I'll go back to me.
Completely forgot what I wanted to say.
I asked you how you got involved, and now we're here.
Alright, so here's a bit more detail on that topic. I got involved because I was the one that originally asked Nicholas here, Pyrrha, the one. What was
There is also another name I go by.
Yeah, he goes by Pyrrha. I was the one that actually originally brought the idea to him of doing a collaborative book. And since then, we wrote on it, just us two, for what would you say, a couple months? A week? Probably 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and then we decided we didn't want to edit it, so we went and Pyrrha brought on Mr. Smith.
Hello.
Because I know people!
Because you know people, and I'm a social outcast.
I'm also a social outcast, but I know
Those
people.
people. There's a difference here.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, after that happened, we just kept going and going. Eventually we decided we want pictures for this, and music. And that's how Josh got on board. But all this started, technically...
I also have one more member who probably won't be here for, like, any of the discussion.
Yeah, he's probably never gonna come.
Anyways, he's, like, my editor, like, main editor, and then it goes through Nick and I for discussing stuff afterwards. So
Yeah.
And I'm mostly
Because-
lore and background thought, because these guys don't like to do that very much.
hey, I'm doing a bit more
You're getting
for your
better, you're
sake.
getting better, but come on, man. Come on.
I have to make it interesting. You see, I make stuff interesting and makes sense. He makes it make sense on a bigger picture and makes it more concise, so you don't get bored to death with all these details. and that guy over there makes sure it's technically correct.
You make sure it's spelled.
I
And
love
we'll
technicalities and little details like
get
that.
the cross, I guess, even though that's what I do as well. And so we have a trifecta, or whatever it's called.
So, I started
3 co-authors,
3
1
co-authors.
book.
Me, Nick and Nick, all the co-authors. We have the main artist and music producer for whatever, ungodly reason. We have
Composer.
Music
Composer.
We have
We-
Josh.
We'll
We have
figure
a-
that out later.
Yeah, well,
Why we need
I
music.
remember
yeah,
doing research and a
The
bit of music.
audiobook
but we don't
needs
talk
music.
about him.
the audiobook.
The audiobook needs music.
Anyways, so yeah, Dondo and Nick over there and we have the most power and foresay what happens in the book, but
We're
we
basically,
like hearing all these other people's thoughts and opinions.
we're the creative geniuses behind everything that is.
We're basically a hierarchical oligarchy. It's pretty interesting.
I'm king. You can call them the senators. That's how that works.
No, you and I are like on equal grounds, except for I was friends with these guys first, so
And I'm like 1 step below. That's how it works.
And then I'm all the way at the bottom.
Not quite.
We're at the bottom of the ladder of 4 people.
I can't
No,
even
we have
climb the
6.
ladder.
We have
It's
6
too high
people.
for me to reach.
because
We have
here-
6 people.
Cool, but here's the way it works. Because you and I, Pyrrha, are tied for first place. He's technically in third.
Yeah.
Nick, I will say this. Nick
Huh?
and Nicholas are practically, I think they're the same height, and I'm like
Oh.
one
No,
head
he's
short.
taller than me by like barely anything.
That's like what, still 6'5".
Okay, well then you're
I'm
practically.
almost 6'5",
I'm
actually.
6'2". What are
Really?
you talking about?
Yeah.
I want to say that I'm the shortest person
I doubt that.
out of the folks.
Is
He is?
Also,
Yeah.
I have never
Yes.
seen
What is he,
so
like,
in real
5
life.
tall?
What?
How are you the shortest one here?
I don't know. I've never
like,
seen you
what,
in real
5
life.
foot?
Alright, well, okay, listen. I'm at 5'6". How about you?
I don't know. I don't know my own height. 5'4", 5'5",
Ooh, 2 inches.
probably. I know I'm short. That's all I know.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Guys, it's not a competition because if it was, we'd all lose except for that one guy.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Who's that one guy?
Pyrrha.
You know, that one guy.
Oh.
The one who hasn't said anything the entire time I've just been speaking just now.
He's been talking a lot.
I've been saying stuff.
You talk nothing about
Well, I know, but like while I was saying that thing, I was saying just
about
yes.
height.
Gotcha.
Just now.
yes.
All right. There was more stuff. Oh, yes. There was more stuff I wanted to add on to what I personally
Who are
Am.
you?
I also love music. That's well, it's a
Ditto.
topic that hasn't been glanced over once or twice, as well as arts. Yeah, well, musical art and
Musicals.
also dramatic arts. So, acting, theater, voice acting, whatnot.
It's to be so
Those
dramatic.
have been fun.
Yeah, I'm a very dramatic and energetic person. Was to say that. And going back to the topic of Nicholas / Pyrrha and Dondo bickering, but also loving each other very much. Nick and I have the same relationship, except I don't bicker back. Instead, he just takes what I say and he makes them into snarky remarks, and I want to hurt him.
Is
Hey,
that
I
really
agree
how it
with you.
works?
He copied what we had a project together in school. It was a presentation. I had this whole thing written out already for what I was going to say, and he's like, "Hey, I have this great idea," and he freaking stated what I've been talking about for the last 10 minutes.
I just didn't
I
understand
wanted
what you were
to
saying
freaking
to the degree of the way
I
I
just
was
wanted
thinking
to
it.
slide his head into the window.
Oh, it's funny.
It's called Nick-splaining. That's what it is. That's what
It's
people have told me.
It's called having a high IQ.
200 IQ.
Oh my gosh, are we going to bring up
Of all the-
IQ? It's a
There
dumb
we go.
measure.
We got onto our first
No.
topic. Let's go, boys. Woo!
I'm telling you, it was created for arbitrary reasons and it serves arbitrary purposes. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even mean anything.
Smith, that sounds like something that someone with less than 200 IQ would say.
Exactly.
I've never taken the test.
And
How would you know then?
Failed. He couldn't even reach the IQ test.
Oh my gosh.
He has too low of an IQ to even know what the IQ test even means.
He thinks it's arbitrary. Can you believe this guy?
Oh my gosh. There is no real reason to use it for anything.
By the way, I've been doing all of this while I've been sick, so my voice will be slightly different.
I can't even tell. I'm gonna be completely.
I could tell a little.
I know. It's slight. You probably won't notice because people don't care about me.
No!
It's just
We
the
all
mic
care.
is not the greatest.
No, that is also true. The mic isn't amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, this is my best mic out of the 7 that I have broken.
So that means it only has 6 feet of duct tape strapped to it. Keep it together.
Only 6 feet. 6 feet and 1 inch is too much, but 6 feet, mwah, mwah, perfect.
Come on, Pyrrha, just let it die. Get a
Mo-
new one.
Molto bene, molto bene.
What do you want me to say?
Put it
Since
to
when
rest.
do you know
I
Italian?
don't know.
Molto bene.
What the heck?
Right. Hey, it's just like when I automatically go into a Russian accent. I don't know why it
Yes,
happens.
your accent.
Accent. It's when I go into a different accent, and I don't know why.
We're not
I
doing
mean,
that.
It's very weird.
No, we're not
Yeah.
going to do accents at the risk of
You might be actually.
insulting any international listeners out there.
Yes.
That's the
Correct.
reason why it just didn't sound very good.
Hey, it wasn't a very you.
It wasn't meant to be,
Oh,
right?
never mind.
Listen, buddy.
Never-
We'll get some practice. We'll get some lessons.
Never mind.
We'll come back.
Never
We'll come
mind.
back next time.
Never mind.
Never mind. It's good.
Never mind.
I'm not insulted.
Never mind. Okay, so
It's fine. I'm not.
now that we've quote unquote introduced ourselves,
I think that's enough.
Now,
Let's get to the important stuff.
explain
So,
origin how Zaos was created, or what?
Can we do one at a time?
I'm gonna
It's
talk to you
really...
about my go-karts.
okay.
Oh, right. Go-karts. I forgot. Go-karts. We have go-karts.
Let's do go-karts.
Basically,
Yes, welcome to Project Zaos, where we focus on our go-kart manufacturing.
Hey, let him go. Let him look
I'm
at
gonna let him go for it.
Just gonna say that first.
Go-kart
oh,
jokes.
there's this thing where we race go-karts in my city. Every year it's a brand new thing. You know, next year will be like the 3rd year it's running or 4th year. And I want to try to compete in it because I love doing daredevilish things and I like building stuff. So, why not? And I've come up with 2 names and 2 designs. However, everyone is 50-50 on the 2 names. So, I'm going to ask you guys what you prefer.
Alright.
Fearsome
Mhm.
Phantom or Wrong Holiday?
I like
This is
Wrong
a
Holiday.
Halloween. This is a Halloween themed race. So Wrong Holiday is going to be a Christmas tree design with ornaments as pumpkins and ribbons as bats,
Ooh.
and maybe some candy corn sprinkled around it.
Oh.
That's so weird. Alright.
Yes, it's weird, but
Oh,
hey,
candy corn
it's
is weird.
I love Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday.
Just talking about candy.
Oh, I used to be a professional actor, by the way, for a haunted house.
Professional. What did you get paid for?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that.
Anyways, also
How are you
the
professional?
Fearsome
I thought you said you
Phantom
were
would be more of a slick design, more like a Ferrari or a Camaro. I can't English. And we're not quite sure what we're gonna do with that, but I'm sure I can come up with something with these guys if needed.
We're very
Yeah.
creative over here.
Huh?
We're very creative over here.
Very
Ah.
creative.
Oh,
So, which name do you guys prefer?
wrong holiday.
Wrong holiday.
I really like Wrong Holiday.
It's unanimous.
Well, you see,
That's
the
first thing
younger
that's ever
folk.
been unanimous.
The younger people,
don't know if it's the
really
first
like
thing.
the name Wrong Holiday, but the older people really like Fearsome Phantom.
Mm.
Yeah, but we're unanimous for once.
No, it's strange.
Yeah.
This is
So
true.
we're probably gonna go with Wrong Holiday as a guarantee.
Yes!
Okay, it'll be a guarantee for Wrong Holiday.
Yeah,
But
Wrong
for the
Holiday.
other one, I might just make it into an electric car if we just are sick of it, you know.
You could drive it over to me when it's done, and we can look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a long drive.
That's a really long drive.
It's only like 5 hours. Come on, it's not that bad.
Yeah, excuse me? 5 hours?
Yeah. What, you never gone cross country?
But in an electric car,
You're right. You have
that
to
will
charge a
need
couple
to
dozen
get
times.
permission from the state to use.
If you drive fast enough.
An electric car cop chase.
It's gonna be a while until it's an electric car, okay? Anyways, because there's a lot of regulations and safety tests and
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah, so that's a little bit more about me, I guess, and what I'm doing.
That's exciting. That's really exciting. I love cars.
Wrong holiday. One suggestion I'd have for Wrong Holiday. Ignore it completely if you want, but why Christmas? Why not, like, Valentine's Day?
You know what? I'm gonna add Valentine-shaped things onto it somewhere,
Alright.
and maybe some Easter eggs.
Sounds good.
So it'd be a
leprechaun thing?
And it'd be basically a combination of multiple different holidays.
Yes.
Multiple wrong holidays, not Halloween.
Multiple
It'll
long
have
holidays.
some aspects of Halloween, okay?
It will be so scary as a mishmash.
Dress the driver up like a leprechaun.
I'm the driver. It's pretty much just asking me to dress up as a leprechaun.
Yes.
The engine will be the pot of gold. No, the engine will be inside of the pot of gold.
And the horseshoe is the steering wheel. It just works perfectly. It just
The
works.
horseshoe is the steering wheel.
It just
Yeah.
works.
That's gonna be one big horseshoe.
It's gonna
Well,
be a
if
small
if
horseshoe.
any of you guys have wood or metal or anything I can use,
Hey, buddy. I'll talk to
You're
you
right.
about that after.
The tires are gonna have turkeys on them.
Because it looks like I'll be getting back to my forge in a couple of months here. Soon.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I might have to visit you then. You know.
You gotta be getting that electric car, buddy.
Yeah.
Alright.
The electric car would be later, so I need the frame first. You see.
Yes. You know what? That's a
yes.
good enough reason. You have a car already, don't you?
I mean, no,
Does it drive?
I don't own a car, but I'm sure I could use it if I plan it out.
I thought you said you had one. Did it break?
Yeah.
No, I never owned a car.
You
I pretty much just drive it whenever I want.
like me. Alright. So we got
Alright.
that wrong holiday.
Yeah, it's official. The car is going to be Wrong Holiday.
Yeah.
And I love it. Love it so much.
Cool.
Alright.
Unexpected
So-
things.
Let's see. We went through that. So now that we've introduced ourselves and little things and whatnot, and what we do and what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
What Dondo? Do you want to explain how you came up with the idea for Zaos?
Ow! I feel hurt. I feel so hurt right now.
I don't
I
know.
feel so hurt.
He asked
I'm
me
sorry.
to-
I don't know who started it.
I came up with the idea.
You came up with the idea. Okay, then. All right, then.
Okay, well, to be fair, it was Dondo and I creating a rough ideas. Well, then we had Nick join us with the ideas later on.
Alright, now if you want to be actually specific and the real story of how this started, it goes all the way back to those little text stories in middle school. Oh, this will be a...
And that'd be me. We have a mix of you. Oh my goodness, I remember.
Remember? Mine was so bad. Mine was in...
God, image.
You can't recognize mine at all anymore. But it is the same thing, if you would believe it. It's just good now.
It is so much better.
It's so much
You have
better
no
now.
idea.
Oh, I know.
You have no freaking idea. I, of course, edited a bit.
Here, listen. I wrote it originally. I know, I just haven't read it how better it is. Ah, I'm so glad those are gone and are lost to history.
Yeah? I think I have physical copies of photos somewhere.
I very much want you to send those.
I'm joking. I wish I did, though.
Yeah, so do I. Being completely honest, it would be more fun to look back at them. Oh, they were so bad. But yeah, it goes back to those stories in middle school.
Mine was decent.
Yours was alright, but I couldn't keep track of it after a while.
It's because it got really lengthy.
It got really lengthy, and then the text didn't fully send half the time, so it would cut off.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Or misplace the order.
We weren't even using texting. We were using a texting app, because this started before I even had a phone.
Yeah.
And then I got one, and we continued on there. Oh.
So this seems
yes.
like a very...
How much more detail do you want from that? Because this is
Start.
actually kind of embarrassing.
I just remembered you have this thing for scrambled eggs.
What?
And Image was a half dragon from hell
What the hell?
who really likes gold
I don't remember any
What?
of this.
and pissing people off.
I am profoundly confused.
No, this is the story of his because I remember the story and my own very well.
I don't
Okay.
remember any of this. What?
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Oh, she's confused. Keep
You
going, keep
needn't
going.
worry,
There's
Nick. I
there's
don't
three
understand
girls with big breasts for the most part
What are you
Oh,
talking
what
about?
the?
This
that
one's-
were
me?
like his family, but they fought a lot with each other and hit each other with the pan that still had the scrambled eggs.
Oh.
One of them liked
No,
it
wait,
fried.
wait. No, this is middle school. I was going through my weeb phase.
Yes,
Yeah. Thank God that's over. Jesus.
sure.
Yeah, I'm
You
pretty
sure?
Now it's just memes.
Oh yeah. Do you remember this?
It's
This
gotten
thing
better.
right here.
That was a good joke, and you know it.
Boy.
Oh,
Oh, boy. Yeah.
I just found some random pictures. What happened to him?
He died.
I think he died.
Who?
Josh is gone.
Oh, shit.
Wait, come on. He wasn't the only one that went through the weird phase. Not to mention you. You had some pretty odd shit in yours. All of your
He's back.
all your glory is like, oh, all the morally right and wrong are also very edgy. Oh,
I've not changed much.
you have not changed, but you've become a better writer, so it's bearable.
That's true.
You know? But God, you were more edgy than I was. That's saying something.
I'm still
Oh,
really
my.
edgy.
You were so
I still
bad.
dress in all black. In fact, I'm wearing only black. I've only worn black for the last 32 days.
Oh,
This is true. I just saw him like 2 days ago, and he was wearing all black.
Oh, buddy, that's.
Even his Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my normal day costume.
Jesus.
It was certainly something.
Oh man, that's good.
The only reason why I did not bring my real swords to the campus is that it's not allowed, and people would have been scared of me.
You really would have just. I do believe you would have gone.
In seconds of walking onto my campus, people were like, "Hey, can I take a photo of you? Your costume's sweet." I'm like, "Sure." So if I brought a sword, if I brought a real sword, I would have been arrested.
Yep.
But yeah,
Excuse me?
don't worry about it.
Alright.
It's only Greek.
I think.
That's
I don't
in
know. I
or
can't
something.
remember. I picked it up somewhere.
I think it's
If
Latin.
someone
honestly.
in the audience will fact check that, please.
There was some...
If there is somebody in the audience with
There is
the
no audience.
ability to
There
fact
is-
check
There's no
language,
audience.
Just wait.
Wait,
There will be
let me
an
try and remember. Let me
audience.
try and remember. Here, hold up.
Too positive.
Okay, let me try and remember. This is actually... Okay, so this was back in the day, before the weeb stuff, so... Percy Jack? Yeah, there was put some Greeks, because I remember some of that was probably from Percy Jackson, actually.
Yes, it is. It is
Yeah,
from Percy Jackson.
Part of it. Then there's some Latin in there, maybe some German? I don't know.
Oh,
Hey,
love
I don't really like the Percy Jackson series, but I do love a couple of the series by Rick Riordan. It was the Heroes of Olympus series.
You mean Percy Jackson, too?
I didn't realize that was the same Percy Jackson until I was like, oh wait.
It's the same Percy Jackson? Oh my god, it's got the same name. How is this
they've even got the
But,
same
like,
author. That's insane.
I really enjoyed Percy Jackson in that series.
I'm gonna be completely
Okay.
honest with you. If it was between Percy Jackson and the Kane Chronicles, I gotta pick the Kane Chronicles. The Egyptian one, so much better. So good.
That was a good series
That was a
too.
good one.
I really enjoyed that one.
That was
Yeah,
a trilogy.
The only book I've read recently is an absolutely remarkable thing by Hank Green, which the title does the book
The
justice.
Witch!
The only book I've read recently is... What is this? What's the actual name for this? Bioshock Rapture. The pre-sequel to the Bioshock series.
What? All right, video game novel. Cool.
It's actually not too bad. It's pretty good. What?
Well, my character doesn't have some double name or whatever that would. No, that's not how you spell it. But like my character's pretty straightforward in their identity, except for their past.
This is
That's
true.
a different book.
This is true.
I do
No,
really enjoy Mr. Beast. And
every
why
10
is
minutes.
Dondo muted?
I don't know.
We do
Where-
not mention why.
Put that in.
We do
lore.
not mention that we are using Discord.
Yes, I love Discord. Thanks to creators.
Discord.
That's how you spell it. Thero is Thierrow, sir.
That's very close.
I combine
to another...
Thieving
and borrowing.
and borrow. It is the two words. It's a portmanteau.
Every Sunday, they came out with a really good selling book during the year 2016.
Guys,
Other
I have to
in the
interrupt
past
real quick.
have done collaborative works like Arlstein and The Little Tree House or something like that.
Ooh, yeah.
Magic Tree House.
The
Magic Treehouse.
Okay, guys, I have to interrupt.
I don't know. I really liked that series when I
He
was a
needs
kid.
to interrupt you. Let him interrupt you.
So, did you hear that last time I clapped? It
No.
was probably
No.
6 minutes ago. Since
Uh-oh.
I've been muted.
Absolutely not.
Well,
I have to
we
cut
had
all
some
that.
pretty good content in there.
You're gonna need to redo. I'm just kidding. We don't have to cut all of that. I do need to cut like 2 minutes of it, but it shouldn't be a problem.
You should cut a bit right after. He said, "Guys, you heard that I clapped, right?" Just right there. That's a great joke. Solid podcast joke.
We're back. We're back anyway. Continue. I heard Magic Treehouse.
Yes.
Anyway,
We're talking about how our
so-
book is a collaborative project.
Oh yeah, I found another book like that. It's the I Am Number 4.
Oh, I saw the movie.
Yeah, the book series was a collaboration between two people. They actually went, if I'm remembering correctly, they went underneath an alias for like a business type thing. I'll see if I can find the name.
Interesting.
Anyways, there are other groups like this, but not with as many people as we have.
That would be
Can
fun.
I explain what I mean by like collaborative writing? Because
I guess
that is
we're
pretty
also
open and vague.
very cross-platform.
Cross-platform? No. The way
Sure.
it works is I write a chapter, you write a chapter, he writes a chapter, then we edit the chapters.
They all write in each other's chapters, though.
Yeah,
So
we each voice characters individually.
Yeah, so each of us has our own character, completely different personality and lore and like things about them. But the way we write our book is each chapter is written in the perspective of the characters. So, for instance, like my character, I would be writing from my character's perspective, my character's thoughts, the actions, everything would be worded and articulated the way my character would see it.
And
there could be dialogue from other writers of these two people here, or maybe somebody else just for fun, and they would like have their dialogue in there. So then there's a completely different writing style for each kind of thing. So there's like it's just really cool how it all kind of fits together.
Not only that, but we also have very diverse opinions about things. And we have different perceptions of things, so it...
Right?
Exactly.
But it varies vastly, and I almost guarantee you there's something for everyone in this series.
Oh god, oh, that was heavy.
What did you just drop?
There's also pain. Pain is a good motivation.
Yes,
Hey,
pain is a
I'm
very
always
prominent part of
pain.
the series.
I hope I didn't break my PlayStation.
Are you okay?
I'm not.
Hey, get Frank. I'm joking. Please don't.
Is this a clap moment?
What are you talking about? This is
I would
good
assume
content.
this is a clap moment. This sounds like a clap moment. Here, everyone clap.
There you go.
Their names are James Frey and Joby Hughes, but they go by Pittacus Lore for the Lorien Legacies series. That's pretty cool. I think we should do that, but just calling it Zaos or whatever is kind of... We need something. We need like a business thing, right?
Project Zaos.
We need like...
That's the business.
That's the
Ow!
Talking about the business.
We're talking about business here, folks.
So, okay. Speaking of business, I have one thing that I'd like to clear up before we go any further.
Uh-huh.
Are we PG-13 or
Yes.
For
Yes.
young adults.
young adults? PG-13. Oh, okay.
PG-13.
I wouldn't
This
say-
is
TV
awful.
14. That's really what it is, right there. TV 14.
P15.
TV-14.
PG-15.
Well, they don't have TV 15. They have TV 14.
My main concern is how much am I allowed to curse?
Do you curse?
Or am I gonna have to stick
Occasionally,
with
but it has to have
Demortalis?
a good stylistic effect.
No, I meant like during these recordings.
It has to have a good stylistic effect.
Alright, so you want me to stick with Demortalis?
Don't know what that means, but I'm gonna guess that means good things.
It does not mean good things.
Shoot.
Oh, they're naive.
They're naive. They're not naive.
I'm sorry, I don't speak your lingo.
If anyone's naive, it's Josh. Because he forces it. Smith just wants to feign naivety. He thinks
It's
it'll
fun.
never dates. It really won't.
No, that's not my strategy at all.
Oh,
And if
yeah,
that was
sure,
my
sure.
strategy, it is definitely not working.
Yeah, that's exactly why it's not a good strategy.
Well, I'm not using that as a strategy.
Prove it.
How am I supposed to prove it if I haven't tried to get any dates? What the heck? How can I disprove something that has no basis to be proved in the first place?
I don't know.
I don't know. You tell me. You tell us. How
Looks
do
like
you
we'll
do
have
it?
to bring in a mediator for this. Thera,
Ooh.
get iffy author.
Alright, I am here.
Bring in the iffy author.
Oh my gosh. We don't need to introduce another person at the moment. We're
Yeah,
too...
that's for episode
too
2.
He's the one that
That's
we don't
for, like-
speak of. I already said this earlier.
We're in deep.
He'll be a special guest when we get more into this.
He'll be our first guest. He has
We
nothing-
have more
Love
episodes.
magic.
He
First
won't be
guest
introduced
speaker.
until episode 29.
He has nothing
Of
to
his
do with
body
this
goes
book,
into
but he's
magic.
in this Discord for whatever reason. Oh right, Counter-Strike. That's why he was in this
I
Discord.
love
Oh my
Counter-Strike. I would love to do videos of Counter-Strike and our whatever. I actually try while these guys just screw around and I have to deal with it.
I can't play
I-
Counter-Strike, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Don't
I
worry
can't
about it.
either.
Don't worry about it.
Need a computer that can,
Yeah.
run a potato.
Yeah, you need
I
a
don't
computer and a mouse. Okay, a mouse.
I have this mouse
You know
that
what?
I gave him my mouse.
Nicholas has so graciously let me borrow.
We'll upload your playthrough of West of Lowland. Okay, that's fine.
Quest of Loathing.
I have the game, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh right, I forgot.
I named my character Sharkbait, spelt SharkBayte. Sharkbait.
Better. Yeah, I was gonna say
She
that
is a
not...
bean slinger, and she is amazing.
My guy's name is Easy Pete. I am recreating I'm recreating one of the intro characters from Fallout New Vegas and his life before he came to Good Springs. Dynamite for days.
That's some deep lore. Deep lore.
Easy Pete uses only dynamite. I've run out of dynamite after.
Just go get some more needles and trade them for dynamite.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
What? While you guys are talking about that, I'm just gonna go and I'll be right back in like 2. I'll be back in 2.
Just imagine the moment when we realize that we can't actually just edit what we have and that we have to put it in completely plainly so that all of the claps are completely meaningless, so that everything we say in the claps has to go into the thing, including this very long, talk right here that you should probably just include it just for the fun of it, but you know what? Hashtag good content.
You know, the claps are just...
Is that the joke?
I guess that's the joke, but look, come on. You know the claps are just to spike the audio so I know where to start cutting, so I don't have to listen to all of it.
Yeah.
Should I start using hashtags on my Instagram? Is that
Might as well.
Is that a feasible thing?
Hashtag Smithcules rock lore.
No, hashtag
Yes.
Rock of the Week. Hashtag Project Zaos.
Rename your thing. Rename your Instagram to Smithcules, and then we'll talk.
I'm not gonna rename my Instagram. I love my name on Instagram.
Add an
It's
addendum.
plain. It's
Smithcules.
boring. It's not nice.
You know what isn't plain? That's not boring, and it is very,
Smithcules
very
is
nice.
clever.
Smithcules. It shows that you're a very strong man.
I could go into my Instagram bio and change my bio so that it says I have been called many names. Smithcules, Lurch,
Really called more
Mr.
more
Darling,
names.
Gentleman Starkey,
Smithy B. Wilden.
Paul Peel.
Nicky, Nickel.
Hey, I had
I
more
don't even
names.
wanna get started
I've been
on
called
that.
by more names than you.
I haven't called it.
I've been
It's
called
not a
Smith.
contest.
I've been called a Smith, a John. I've been called a Luis. I've been called a Rodrigo. I've been called a what was that
What the
weird
fudge
name?
would someone call you Rodrigo?
That's a good
You
question.
know what? People have called me really
Rodrigo.
random names. Oh, and,
Hi,
and people keep thinking
Rodrigo!
at school. People call me Jack.
No, that's just
Jack?
that just makes sense.
They
Let's
don't-
be honest.
I don't
here.
know. I feel like you
think
could
my
pull
name is
off a Jack.
No. Here's why. I bet Jack can guess. It's because he's tall. So he's Jack, the Beanstalk.
Hey!
Yeah.
That works on me too. I don't know why I'm so
Let
A.
me die. There was a Homie Simpson at one point. That was from you remember John the Ginger, don't you? Don't you, Pira?
Did we ever clap back in?
Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
I'm editing this. It'll be fine.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you?
Him and I don't talk anymore. We're not friends.
Yeah, I kind of. But do you remember him?
Yes, of course I do.
Yep. That was always funny. Oh, that's another good topic. I just remember this. Remember, all of 7th grade, from day 1 to the last day of school of that year, all we did at lunch was play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
That's the end of that topic. Okay, next one.
I still have the Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah, me too. I can actually pull them out right now.
Fortunately, my deck went through the wash because my brother just freaking took the pants from off my bed and tossed it in.
My deck had a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then nothing else but spell and trap cards.
I had 2 creatures in there that made it impossible for you to attack me at all.
Were you the one that always did the Kurobo thing, where you don't have 3 million Kurobos at once?
No.
No.
I
I
talked
had
with
2
people who
cards
sang in
that-
middle school.
One card that was in a defense position and made it impossible for you to attack any other defense position monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a creature that would be in an attack position. Is like you can attack any other attack position monsters or something like that. Basically made it impossible for you to target any of my creatures.
No, I don't remember you ever using that on me. I just remember,
Well, you might have got lucky because I did that to like everyone, and the only other strategy I did was I had these creatures that would allow me to spawn in multiple at a time. I had like an army of creatures, and then I had a calculator that would do damage 300 times.
Yeah, I'm starting to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no, I just I had spell and trap cards and like a blue eyes white dragon. They were a bunch of cards. I don't remember how I got them per se. I remember one of the other guys we played with gave me a few, but most of them I think were cards I just
Akil,
yeah, he gave me most of them, but a lot of them were cards I found just over the years. Just found them and had. I never bought cards. Are you still into Yu-Gi-Oh nowadays?
No, I moved on to Pokemon again.
No,
Like
no.
I've never went away from Pokemon.
Like other kids. Like,
But I have Magic cards now from Matthew. So.
I always wanted to play Magic, but I could never get a group together. Or.
Well, you have me, I guess.
I guess
Now.
I guess I could play it online. Who cares? That's a bit.
All right.
You gotta
So
topic, Josh.
now that we spent like 5-10 minutes talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, Nick, tell us about graphene.
No,
No, that takes way too long.
no. If you thought Yu-Gi-Oh was boring,
No, I never played. You know what I've been doing this entire time?
what have you been doing?
I have been setting up an email so that our listeners, whoever they may be, can send us their questions.
Already have the email.
Shoot! Well, what did I just spend all this time doing?
Nothing.
Wasting your time.
It's
Wasting your time.
literally... Hold on,
Okay.
can we get a clap moment real quick? Just
All
to... It's literally zaospodcast@gmail.com.
Oh,
I literally just made a just specifically for the podcast.
We already have Project Zaos official at gmail.com.
yeah.
Okay.
The YouTube channel.
Well, shoot. Okay, well,
You
clap
don't
is back
really
in, and then I
do
can just
much
quickly
on
make
right
this
now.
message about... Hold on, I gotta...
clapping us. Let's just.
That is a bad plan.
I can't
Okay.
whistle.
So
But-
hey, all of you people out there listening to us right now. So if you've got any questions for us about anything, life, or our book, as much as we can say without giving away exposition, of course, and anything else, you could email us at projectzaosofficial@gmail.com. That is projectzaosofficial@gmail.com. And then we can, tell you things, give you dubious advice, and all that jazz.
No caps, no spaces. We check it monthly.
Yeah.
Or weekly, depending on however much we do this. I have no idea.
We haven't done this in a while. I forget what's in there.
This is the
First podcast episode!
we haven't done this in a while, implying that we've done this before.
It's yeah.
All those were
We've
deleted.
attempted to do this before. And
Josh, what was the count? What was the day count? 1 year and 12 days.
1
right?
year and 12
Since
days.
the last time we touched that email.
Huh?
I'm just gonna cut it there and call that the
We've
episode.
been Project
Oh.
Zaos, everyone.
Yes,
and
we-
we'll see you next time.
Yes, bye-bye, everyone.
That's
Hope you
what
enjoyed
we're
this terrible first episode. And
This
we
lovely-
will... Yes,
This lovely
we will...
cacophony.
And hope you join us in our next episode of this... in our next... Hope you enjoy... I'm failing.
We'll
at
do
See you
this
this.
next Sunday.
Are we doing
We
this
won't
one?
see them, though. That's what... We hope you listen to the next installment of our podcast.
Are we
Bye-bye!
doing this weekly, or
This won't be weekly. This will probably be
As we
monthly
say
or
in
whenever we have an
Nerdfighteria.
update.
DFTBA.
To be determined.
to be
All right.
determined?
To be determined. TBD. All right.
I prefer
All right.
DFTBA.
To be determined announced. All right, everyone. Bye-bye! Bye-bye!
Peace.
Bye.
So, are we actually ending it here, or are we just talking some more?
Yeah, who wants to do the outro? Anyone want to do the outro?
Do we even have an outro?
Silent guy
Well,
can do the
that's
outro.
what I'm
Let's make
saying.
one up right now.
The silent
Okay.
guy can do the outro. Okay, you ready? In 3, 2, 1.